Hello friends. Feeling stuck learning English? Or thinking, I'll never be fluent? Don't worry, today, we'll unlock the secret to learning English naturally, using your own life. Welcome back to 24/7 Reader Hub. I'm Christopher, and I'm very happy you're here with me today. In this episode, we will talk about a new and exciting idea. The idea is this: you can learn English every day. Not only from books, not only from grammar, not only from long lists of vocabulary, but from your normal life, your normal morning, your normal coffee, your normal walk, your normal cooking, your normal conversations with people around you. Everything can teach you English. This method is powerful, but it is super simple, and it works for every level. Today, I will show you how to turn your daily life into a language lab. A language lab means a place where you learn and practice language. Usually, a language lab is a special room in a school. But here, your lab is your home, your kitchen, your phone, your bus ride, your job, your free time, or your favorite cafe. Your whole world becomes a classroom. And don't worry, everything today will be in clear, friendly beginner-level English. If I use a difficult word, I will define it right away. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. Alright, let's start with a simple question. Why do many people study English for many years but still cannot speak it with confidence? The reason is simple. Most people believe learning only happens in a classroom or inside a book. They think learning means going through grammar pages, doing short exercises, taking tests, and then repeating the same cycle again and again. But real English does not live inside a book. Real English lives in the world around you. It lives in the sounds you hear on the street. It lives in the short conversations you hear from people around you or in the movies you watch. It lives in the subtitles you read on TV. It lives in the playlists you listen to on Spotify. It even lives in the simple thoughts inside your mind as you go through your day. Let me give you a clear example of this. Imagine you go to the supermarket. You walk inside, you choose a bottle of water, and you take a moment to look at the label, which happens to be in English. The label says, "Still water, natural mineral water." In one small moment, without any special effort, you already learned several useful words. Still water means water without gas. Mineral means the water has natural chemicals that are good for your health. Natural means something that comes from nature and is not artificial. Label means the small sticker on a product that gives information about what it is. You see, you did not open a textbook. You did not write anything in a notebook. You did not translate or memorize anything. You simply lived your normal life, and English appeared naturally in front of you. This is the magic of everyday English. It is real. It is simple. It is useful, and it is completely connected to your actual life. These small moments, repeated day after day, are what helps you become fluent slowly, gently, and step by step. Okay, my friends, now let's go deeper. I want to show you how every part of your daily routine can become a small English lesson. Let's start with some common activities: your morning coffee, your commute, your cooking time, your shopping, and your entertainment. Each part has English inside it. We just need to open our eyes and pay attention. Okay, let's begin with something simple and universal, your morning drink. Maybe you drink coffee, maybe tea, maybe water, maybe juice. No problem. Even this small moment can help your English. Imagine you wake up, you feel sleepy, you walk to your kitchen, you make coffee. Here is how to learn English in this moment. When you pick up your coffee cup, say to yourself, "This coffee smells strong. This coffee tastes sweet. I like the warm feeling. This is my morning routine. This helps me start my day." The key idea is, narrate your life. Narrate means describe something like a story. Talking to yourself is a powerful technique for fluency. Why? Because you use simple, real words. You connect English to your real life. You practice thinking in English without stress. Now let's add more examples. When you add milk, you could say, "I'm adding milk. It looks creamy." When you stir your spoon, say, "I'm mixing everything." When you take a sip, say, "This is good. It wakes me up." These are small sentences, but small steps build big fluency. Alright, now let's move on to grocery shopping. This is one of the best places to learn everyday English, even if you live in a country where the labels are not written in English. Many learners think they can only learn English in a classroom, but your supermarket can also teach you a lot. All you need is attention, curiosity, and simple English sentences in your mind. Let's imagine you walk into a supermarket in your own country. The signs and labels around you might be in your local language, but you can still turn the whole experience into an English lesson. You do this by describing everything you see, everything you want to buy, and everything you do in English inside your mind or quietly to yourself. For example, you walk into the store and you see different sections. Even if the signs are not in English, you can say the English names. You see the bread section and say, "This is the bakery section." You see the milk, cheese, and yogurt section and say, "These are dairy products." Dairy means foods made from milk. You see apples, bananas, cucumbers, and tomatoes and say, "This is the fruits and vegetables section." You see a freezer and think, "These are frozen foods." Frozen means very cold with ice inside. You pass shelves with chips, biscuits, and chocolate and say, "These are snacks." You see cleaning products, soap, paper towels, and think, "These are household items." Household means things you need for your home. In this way, you create your own English environment. Even if everything around you is written in another language, every small section becomes a small lesson. Now imagine you start picking up items. You take a bag of rice. Instead of reading the local label, you describe it in English. "This is rice. I use it for cooking. It is long grain rice. I need to wash it before I cook it." You take a yogurt and say, "This is yogurt. It is low fat." Low fat means it does not have a lot of fat. You take a box of cereal and think, "This has whole grain." Whole grain means it is made from healthy grains. You take a pack of chicken and say, "This chicken is boneless." Boneless means it has no bone. It is skinless. Skinless means the skin has been removed. You're not reading English on the package. You are adding English to the package. You are giving everything an English name. This is just as powerful as reading an English label. Now, let's talk about one very helpful technique. Practice asking simple English questions in your mind. Even though the workers in the supermarket may not speak English, you can still train your brain to form natural English questions. For example, think to yourself, where can I find the pasta? Do you have almond milk? What is the difference between these two items? Is this fresh? Do you have a smaller size? You don't need anyone to answer. The goal is to practice forming real English questions. Now, imagine walking down the aisles. Aisles are the long paths between shelves. As you move through the store, you talk to yourself in simple English sentences. I am looking for something healthy. I think this is too expensive. I do not know this brand. These tomatoes look fresh. This bread feels soft. I need something easy to cook. I want to try something new today. These small sentences help you connect English to real objects and real actions in your life. This kind of English stays in your memory for a long time because it is practical and meaningful. Even if you live far from any English-speaking country, your supermarket can still become a small English classroom. You are living your life and learning at the same time. Every visit teaches you a few more words, a few more phrases, and a little more confidence. Okay, my friends, now let's talk about commuting. Your daily commute is a very big opportunity to learn English. The word commute means the regular trip you take from your home to your job, your school, or any other place you visit often. One of the best things you can do is listen to English while you travel. You can listen to English Unleashed, audiobooks, YouTube videos, or even simple English music. It does not matter if you do not understand everything. That is completely normal. Your brain still learns. Your ear becomes stronger. You start to get used to the rhythm of English. You can tell yourself small sentences like, I'm listening for new words today. I do not understand everything, but it is okay. This audio helps me learn the rhythm of English. The rhythm helps me speak more naturally. These thoughts keep you motivated and relaxed. Now, even if you live in a country where most things are in your local language, you can still find small pieces of English around you. Many places use English for signs, names, instructions, or advertisements. For example, you may see, keep door closed. Stand on the left. No eating or drinking. Emergency exit. Next stop, city center. Every small sign can teach you something small and new. Every short message is a little vocabulary lesson. And even if everything around you is in your own language, you can still describe what you see in English. This, my friend, is very powerful. Your commute is the perfect time to practice thinking in English. There is no pressure, no test, and no teacher watching you. It is just you and your thoughts in English. As you travel, you can describe everything around you in simple English sentences. I'm going to work now. It is cold today. I see a man wearing a blue jacket. The bus is crowded today. Crowded means there are many people inside. I like this road. It is quiet. You do not need long, difficult sentences. Simple sentences are enough to build fluency step by step. Over time, this quiet practice becomes a habit, and you will notice that English starts to come to your mind more easily. Your commute becomes more than just a routine. It becomes a small learning space where every sound, every sign, and every thought can help you grow your English. Okay, now we move on to cooking. Cooking is a wonderful chance to learn English because cooking is full of actions. Every time you prepare food, you use many small movements, and each movement can be described with a simple English verb. You cut vegetables. You boil water. You mix ingredients. You heat oil. You pour liquids. You taste the food. You slice bread. You fry eggs. You steam rice. You serve the meal. These are real verbs that people use all the time. They are simple, practical, and very useful for daily English. Now, let's imagine you are cooking lunch. Even if the recipe is in your own language, you can still follow an English recipe or read simple English instructions. Recipes are great for learning because they use clear verbs and short sentences. For example, a recipe might say, chop the onions. Chop means to cut something into small pieces. Boil water for the pasta. Boil means to heat water until bubbles appear. Add salt. Add means to put something extra into your food. Mix everything well. Mix means to move ingredients together until they become one mixture. Let it cook for 10 minutes. Let it cook means wait while the food cooks. When you follow a recipe like this, you learn vocabulary, you learn useful verbs, you practice simple grammar, and you read real English. You also learn English that you can use in your daily life, not only in a classroom. Now, imagine you speak to yourself quietly in English while you cook. This is one of the best ways to connect English to your real actions. You can say, I am cutting the vegetables. I think I need more salt. I am boiling the rice now. This smells really good. I am almost finished cooking. These sentences are short and easy, but they help your brain connect English to real physical actions. This makes the language feel natural and alive. Every time you cook, you can practice like this. You do not need extra time. You do not need special tools. You simply use English to describe what your hands are already doing. This is natural English in action. Alright, now we move on to watching TV shows. Watching TV shows and movies is a classic way to learn English. But today, I want to show you a better and more helpful way to use it. Many learners feel stressed because they do not understand every word. But please do not worry about that. It is completely normal. No one understands everything at the beginning, and you do not need 100% understanding to learn well. Instead of trying to understand everything, try a softer method. You can watch with English subtitles. Subtitles help your eyes and ears work together. You can listen for common phrases that native speakers use again and again. You can also notice how the characters speak and how their voice changes when they feel happy, angry, excited, or surprised. Sometimes you can pause the video and say to yourself, "Ah, that is an interesting phrase." Let me give you some examples from simple TV scenes. A character might say, "Come on, let's go." This means hurry up or let's move now. Someone might say, "Are you kidding me?" This means is this a joke or are you serious? Another person might say, "That's amazing." This means something is very good or surprising. And you may hear, "I'll be right back." This means I will return soon. When you hear phrases like these, try to notice them and repeat them quietly in your mind. This helps your brain learn natural English the same way a sponge absorbs water. The word absorb means to take something inside easily. Slowly, without stress, your brain will absorb the rhythm, the tone, and the natural way people speak. Day by day, you will feel more comfortable with real English. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. You learned the powerful idea, English is everywhere. Your life is your classroom. Your daily routine is your best teacher. You can learn English without stress, without pressure, and without boring books. Remember the simple steps we talked about: talk to yourself, observe the English around you, learn from your mornings, learn from your shopping, learn from your commute, learn from your entertainment, and keep moving forward. You are already learning every day and every moment. I am so proud of you, and I am here with you on this journey. I'm Christopher, and you're watching 24/7 Reader Hub. Keep practicing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next video.